I'm Mike, and this is Our Wyoming Life. On this episode of Our Wyoming Life, we check in with the young ones around the ranch and take them on their next step in growing up. The chicks, now 2 months old, move out of their condo and into the chicken house. Then we check in with premature calf Gunther and his corral mate, Princess Bliss, as they head out with their moms into the big, open world. Erin and I take education seriously. In fact, without educating ourselves, we wouldn't have the life that we now have. We've spent the last few days driving back and forth to a town called Buffalo, Wyoming. It's about an hour and a half away from here, and we've been going to GAP training. GAP stands for Good Agricultural Practices, and basically it's how to provide the safest and best product for our farmers market customers. It's been fun, but I wasn't made to sit in a classroom, and I'm glad to be back to ranching full-time again. That being said, I feel like I'm way far behind. For the past few days, I've been getting up about 5 a.m., getting as much done as I can in the morning, and then hitting the road. Getting back about 6 and working until 9 or 10 p.m. I'm glad we're done early today because now I can catch up a little bit. You might have noticed the new t-shirt. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll show you how you can get your very own. But first, we have a few calves to feed. Cupcake and Lincoln's unnamed calf are still doing good. They still get their daily dose of milk in the bottle, but now they're also getting a product called Calf Starter, a small pelletized food that's packed with vitamins and protein. It's the first step in getting them weaned and eating grass. They will be staying in the corrals a few weeks longer as they get used to eating on their own. Their neighbors, however, are getting evicted. Gunther was our first calf of the season. If you think back, he was our premature calf that we struggled to keep alive for the first few hours of his life. And once he was stable, he went into the corral with his mom, 80, where they've lived ever since. But because we didn't want them to be alone, Bambi and her calf, Princess Bliss, stayed in the corral with them after Bambi tested the moo call for us, an electronic monitor that Bambi wore on her tail, and it texted us when she went into labor during one of our bigger spring snowstorms. Both the calves are healthy and happy and ready to be turned out with the other cows. Time for them to go out and let their moms eat some green grass and let them meet the rest of the herd. The only obstacle with letting them out is that we still have 107 in the corral. She has a bad hoof, and although we have medicated her for it, she's not getting around too well. Plus, she has had a calf of her own. So they're going to stay in the corral, while Mitch and I move 80 and Gunther and Bambi and Princess Bliss out. Opening the gate and guarding against any quick jailbreak maneuvers from 107, although I doubt she's up for any quick moves, her calf, however, could try and sneak out with the other calves. So we just keep an eye on them as we head out. As you can see, Bambi and 80 are happy to find some grass, and the calves, both Gunther and Princess Bliss, are balls of energy and ready to play. We'll check back in with these guys in just a few, but I have one more thing to attend to. Cows are social creatures, and I hate leaving 107 alone in the corral. It won't be long and all the cows will move farther away, so in order to combat boredom of her calf and to keep her a bit happier, we're going to move Cupcake and Lincoln's calf down to their corral, which is sometimes easier said than done. They're only a few feet apart, but moving calves is sometimes like herding cats. You're going to find that out at branding time. Eventually, though, I get them moved into the same corral and introduce some new friends and playmates. Bambi and 80 have taken their calves about a mile or so into the pasture already, and they have split up, but they keep their calves close by. 80 is ready for a rest as Gunther checks out his surroundings and other calves and cows. Bambi makes an effort to show Princess Bliss where the pond and drinking water is, although I may have interrupted that, and Bambi gives me the stink eye for trying to co-parent. That's cool. She's all yours. That project done, we head to move the baby chicks as well. About 2 months old, the baby chicks now have their feathers and are ready to be introduced to the chicken house. And although they won't be allowed quite yet to mix with the other chickens, they will get their own space and will be close to the chickens, getting them acclimated to the environment. First, we have to get their room ready, which involves bringing their food and water over, getting them set up, and adding a bit of chicken wire to keep them separate from the big chickens. Eventually, they will be allowed to wander into the outside of the chicken run, but for the next few days, they're going to be kept inside to get them comfortable. Then, it's moving day. We use a dog kennel to move them, and again, with Mitch's help, we gather the chickens out of their pen and place them in the kennel. And sometimes they can be hard to catch. But we have the doors and windows closed in the shop, just in case one breaks loose. Luckily, Mitch grabs the last chick. There we go. And we head off to the chicken house, where we unload the kennel, take it inside, and try to get the chicks out of it, which they don't want to do. Gravity helps us out there, and they are free. In their new home, with more room to stretch their legs, new, grown-up neighbors, and a bunch more noise. But soon, they're going to be able to go outside and get to being chickens and learning how to be chickens. See, we're all learning this week. And now you get to learn how you can get your very own Our Wyoming Life t-shirt. It all has to do with Patreon. If you don't know what that is, that's totally fine, because I didn't know what it was up until a couple weeks ago, but I'm going to tell you, it's basically a way for you to back us in what we're doing in making these videos for you. If you pledge your support as a backer by selecting a tier level of support, and each level has its own rewards and benefits, from Patreon-only videos to t-shirts. If you back us at the $20 level, we'll mail you a t-shirt. And after your card is charged, you can do whatever you want. You can drop down to a lower level, or you can cancel your backing altogether. It's totally up to you. And no matter what you do, we will continue to bring you videos, and we'll continue to thank you for your support as just being a subscriber or a viewer. All of your support means the world to us, and we don't ever want you to forget that. I'll throw a link in the description, and there will also be a link at the end of the video as well. I also want to let you know that Erin and I are going to take a little vacation next week along with the kids. It's our one chance of the year to get away from the ranch. Although, I won't lie, both of us worry about it pretty much the whole time we're gone. Erin worries about the gardens, I worry about the cows. But we will be driving to Denver and taking the kids to the zoo and all that fun stuff. Erin won't be posting a garden video next week, but if you follow us on Facebook, I'm sure you're going to see some of us there as we get away, even just for a few days. Well, that's it for this week. I'm sure that I'll be even farther behind, at least in my own mind, when we get back, but that's okay. As always, thank you, have a great week, and thanks for joining us in Our Wyoming Life.